for when we casted the first Dawnbreaker game at
are infected with a non-communicable communicable version of the plague. Okay, so it can spread once, and when someone dies, kind of similar to the Drow Explodey Hypothermia Shard, which is now her Ags, I believe, it is going to spread. What does the damage look like? 5-second duration, so that's not a long duration, right? Like, if there's a fight that breaks out, it's not like Poison.Nova where you can just walk away. So this plague is going to spread.
Whoa, 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 W.
Latches onto the one tree that he could in that spot around where Roshan used to be. So back to the Noxious Plague. 200 damage, 5% max HP is damage, pretty good. 800 debuff radius is enormous. 50% max slow. All right, it's a good ability.
30 seconds.
I'll say it.
It passes the Denok test, does it?
I mean, look at the Scepter as well. So they've given Poison.Nova to that, and they've made it a passive. So when Veno dies, or when Gale ends, or on an enemy hero, it just launches a Poison.Nova. So this is the definition of toxicity.
Oh, God. Then you got latent toxicity. Yeah, oh, very interesting. Let's see, like you said though, you should have a better time versus the Europage Bounty Hunter. I do want to take a look though at any crazy wards, see if anyone smoked aggressively to try and get some deep vision down to set up for some of the oversights. What are they called again? I forgot. Watchers? The Watchers,
Watchers,
right?
yeah. I'm pretty sure the distance from base to like your secret shop is about the same, right? They've just extended the map a little bit more north and south, it seems. Do you reckon?
Yes, it looks the same.
So you should still be able to do the boots trick to be able to get out there with under the smoke. You know, you're able to get out there real quick.
I would imagine so. That would probably be something that Tundra are testing ASAP.
2 seconds left time. Let's go, boys. Launch it. Good Zephyr right up in Mercy's face with his 0 intelligence.
Wait.
Ooh, that's Fairy Fire. He has a stick as well.
Increases.
What are we looking at?
Oh, I'm reading his dumb luck. Okay, you need a lot of strength to increase the multicast chance.
Yeah.
What's his strength gain? 4.2. That's pretty high. Very high. I guess now he's
free, right? What's the harm?
Yep.
Go straight soldier.
He was one of the few heroes that always tripped me up, whether he was a intel or strength hero. And now it's gonna. I finally, you know, over the year, like I was like, oh yeah, he's an intel hero. It took me a while to get it, because I'd always be like, oh, Timber, he's playing to Ogre. This is good, right? Extra strength hero.
Nope.
Speaking of him, nice shackles from Mercy. In fact, he's got level 2. How does he has 2 first instead of everyone else? But
Natsumi's been focusing on making sure to get a lot of those harassments out onto the Timbersaw, so it meant that Mercy was able to move forward and use the Ether Shock to get one of those range creeps. Solo actually, when WS was pressured out of the lane.
I don't know what goes on with us, Mr. Gonad. Mercy should be the one giving over first blood as another reigns from afar, secures it for Natsumi. I don't know what happens, man, but for some reason we get all the patches as soon as they release. We get to cast, and we get the new hero. I ain't complaining as well, because we got the first Dawnbreaker game of the when Dawnbreaker was released in Captain's Mode. We got to see Mamung Daya play at mid lane, and now unless there's something I'm not aware of, we're getting the first Smoeta game as well, and it's a carry for God King. So
there might have been one SA series that got it, but we're certainly on the first day.
So very exciting.
Plus sides for Horizon. Yeah, they gave up first blood to the Shadow Fiend. Not great, but again, you can stop this D-Peak from running at you, and Veno is going to have a much better time against this Bounty Hunter. Not if he misses the Venomous Gale, though. That's instantly, as soon as he misses that one, Yopaj moves forward to try and get that yoink in onto him. Seems like carry out the tangos though. The Yopaj that we were seeing last time around, he was looking to rush into something like the Vanguard, but not this game, you would imagine.
Oh.
Three about to be picked up as well for Zephyr. That's going to enable them to once again go for an aggressive movement forward. Assuming he's going to just give the clarity over to both himself as well as the SF, so you keep the pressure up onto the Timbersaw. But for now, I guess he's just going to move on back, secure the bounty rune. You be taking this one? I mean, yeah, I'm sure Yopaj is basically saying, make sure to leave that for me. I'm against a Veno in this lane.
Who also just
secure the water in.
Bountiful.
Get it? A big thing, they just got a sentry delivered for Garm, so it's going to make it that much easier for him to limit Yopaj's effectiveness inside the lane, who we see is very much having a more difficult time than Prio.
Yeah.
Just playing on minimal health inside the Shadow Walk. They'll sort up a decent amount. I mean, they're going to get a D-Ward as well. That sentry placement, so a lot of value out of it.
Yep. Hitting up onto that level 5 as well. So I wonder what he wants to do. Like, do they feel that the DP is going to be a little bit of a threat? Do you need to start building up those Plague Ward levels just to make sure that you can toss them in front of the tower? Doesn't seem like it, though. It seems like Garn's job this game is make sure Yopaj has a horrible time. Third point into the Venomous Scale is a lot of damage that he's going to have to deal with. Things that even just with one additional skill point from 1 point to 2 triples that damage over time. Like I said before, it's not really a great game for the Vanguard, but Yopaj might be forced to go into it. Again, though, misses the Gale, so Yopaj instantly looks to get aggressive as soon as that happens. And get the second Janata off.
Oh.
That's where the boots really come in handy that Garn had just delivered before. Yopaj wants to try and make something happen elsewhere, moving down towards the bottom side. Sees that the lane is barely pushed out. A quick kill on Muerta would do a lot, and they actually missed the scan, so it might lead them to feel a little bit more confident to be able to get one of these kills.
They should be able to get it. Oh, they're going to go for Ponyo actually instead, so with that sentry getting dropped down, Yopaj wasn't able to continue to chase deeper inside the lane to get God King. Sentry at least will be able to get a D-Ward off the back of it, and it means that Garn is going to have a free time mid lane, so he's able to push this out and address that catapult wave.
I'm not sure what the timing is that he's going to look to make a move around this Noxious Plague, though. Do the other heroes feel like they're ready to go for a tower push? Do they feel like they're able to respond if the Venomancer just gets off all of his spells at the start of these fights? That's the main question for me. And Bounty Hunter, he's good at dominating the lane in a lot of ways, but he is not good at pushing it out, especially against someone like that Venomancer who tosses the Plague in onto him. He's going to force Yopaj to TP all the way back to base, and barely able to survive that one as well.
Top lane, Natsumi. Maybe able to get the finishing blow. Should be able to get a little bit of health back as well. He's got some raindrops to play with. Zephyr's going to hold down WS for the moment. And great use of that healing Lotus for Natsumi was just enough. But oh, Ponyo, look at this. He comes in through the rift. They weren't aware of it. Natsumi, they'll trade the lives. Bit of a streak's going to go away the WS though. But very nice read from Ponyo that he can enter the rift and look for that +1 play.
Out the Venomancer a little bit, but he's done his job. You know, he used the Siege Creep wave, he tanked up a few of those tower hits. I'm gonna go the Yopaj. Yopaj just hit up onto his level 6 at least, so he's going to be able to make a lot of these moves happen. Noxious Plague has quite a long cooldown, 2 minutes, so won't be able to use it immediately after the fact, but really feels to me like he's going to want to set himself up in front of all of these eventual tower pushes. Man, Yopaj got down to basically 0. Back of that, picks up a haste and might be able to make a move top with the track. No vision is down as yet for Horizon. Sentries could catch him out, but
FBZ is falling pretty low, and they should be able to get the kill off the back of this. No, even Mercy's going to try and move in with the shackles. It'll help them get some distance away. Still, they're going to be able to get the kill with the extra support playing bottom. Boom.Xnova. No, oh my lord. So close to bringing down God King, but it's just not going to be enough. And I mean, these rifts, man, Horizon, they're making great use out of them in the second game.
Yeah, I mean, Boom, I feel like it was ever since, maybe it was previously, they placed down that Observer Ward as well, just to see if there was any rotation coming towards, from the top lane towards them at bottom, but didn't save them out because they moved to the left side of the Twin Gate, so be able to move back. Looks like it's going to be FBZ nagging that Wisdom Rune, so Mercy won't be able to snipe that one away as he tries to run away under the cover of darkness. Remember, everyone's moving 30 movement speed faster at nighttime as well. All these bottom lane might be able to get a kill on Muerta here.
Oh, some track gold as well. Oh, then it's also hoping got that last Janata hit, considering how rough of a lane he has had. But now Muerta finally going down. It's taken them a couple of attempts. It does leave Natsumi solo top. You see Garn's use of the Noxious Plague. They help them get the kill.
They use the gate to get up top, but it's just a little bit too slow. And again, Bounty Hunter, good at a lot of things, but he cannot defend these towers solo. Maybe if it was like a Battle Fury Bounty Hunter, but that's not the way that Yopaj needs to play this game.
It does look like both sides going to be able to open up the map now a little bit and find their first tower of the game. So Grim were able to convert with the Exo, but also Horizon convert with that first movement out of Garn. And we get to see some value out of the Noxious Plague as well. But it's not a repeat of game one, which is the important thing. Like we've got a ball game.
They can play Dota.
Yes, exactly right. They can play Dota.
The downside is that the one that's really suffering in net worth is this Muerta. Still not yet level 6. She should look to get it off of this wave, but I mean, we just saw with the dead shot being used in the base by God King. Maybe it's just another one of these instances where he's not quite as familiar with the hero at this point. So wondering what sort of item build he's looking to go for. Building into an Oblivion Staff, so maybe considering something like that Mage Slayer.
WS? See if he's going to be in some trouble. And need some extra control to allow Natsuma to get the razors out. Ponyo is going to try and turn it around off the back of the freezing field. It's a lot of damage. But now with the X-Nova nearby, he's going to be able to mitigate some of the Venomancer's effectiveness, and that can enable them to get another track kill. So, I mean, FBZ's even TP top as well. They'd love Garn. Be a little bit more difficult for them to chase him down with the Boots of Travel. It is daytime though, so they'll lose that extra movement speed, but they also have the shield, it looks like. Yeah.
Nice new color, gunmetal gray.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like it.
Veno's going straight for that Ags as well after the Bassi ring. Going to be able to move around the map so easily with this Boots of Travel as well.
Oh God, King. You get the TP out? Zephyr? Oh, wow. Just a little bit too slow.
Zephyr's still holding onto that token. There we go. Now he's going up. Picks the Arcane Ring for himself. So the one thing that I'm also looking at, this is only if it gets really late. What are we wanting?
Why do they have 2 Arcane Rings? Sorry.
Because you can choose.
You can have 2 of one though? Okay.
Yeah, but you can't trade them at all.
Can't. Okay. Alright. I didn't know you could. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
How would that work if you get like 5 telescopes? You know, does that just increase your range massively?
Yeah, all right.
Everyone gets a Cloak of Flames. It's just an inferno. So the thing that I was talking about was if X-Nova can get into this Aghanim Scepter for himself, look at what it does now. It gives 0.25 reduced base attack time. Imagine giving that over to a Shadow Fiend in the middle of some of these big fights. The man is just going to go ham.
I wonder, I guess you'd be able to get that farm with the shard if they get it from the Tormentor, right? So
yeah, possible.
Bottom lane,
you got a bounty hunter.
They're making sure this hero just cannot play Dota. They're going to try and take it to Venomancer bottom. They won't be able to get the creeps. Great use of the aggressive glyph is going to enable Garn to teleport in. And FBZ is going to go down to this. Garn forced to commit his ultimate here with the Plague. But, I mean, they also got a double kill. It was even, yeah, without a doubt.
He's going to force God King back, so he's going Oblivion Staff into Chrysalis.
I promise this
missing something here?
Get more exciting.
Maybe, no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, he's a unique man, you know, with his unique ways. Really thinks that maybe he's going to be able to build up into, I don't even know what else.
Bottom lane, Yopaj. Oh, those wards look horrific. They're going to get the kill nonetheless, though.
What, with the HP bar?
Yeah, yeah.
Still, though, they're doing a very good job to respond to a lot of this. Like, you are getting some track kills, but I was about to say the right heroes are getting their net worth, but Natsumi has really felt for the majority of this, uncontested. And again, I keep saying that the timing for Boom is around this BKB for their cause. Natsumi, he's got enough for one component towards it. DP looks to want to finish up the Guardian Greaves first against a Venomancer. Can you really blame her? Not really. And then, of course, Yopaj. She's going to get into it a little bit slower, but right now just prioritizing that movement speed for himself with the Drums of Israel.
I'd bet on Radiant's top tower coming down.
It is a game, though, where Boom aren't really going to be playing with the position too far ahead. I mean, I guess, like, Radiant, you take a look, so Muerta's having a really difficult time, but... see what Yopaj able to provide them through some of the game, and, well, with this kill, it's definitely going to help out with getting an injection of gold.
So I wonder if this now enables them to want to go... They just don't have the Exo. I was about to say to consider moving towards mid, but Veno dead. The fact that there's a lack of Plate Wars doesn't really matter if you've got no one that can look to hit into the towers just yet. US up top.
Mercy might be in a good position to intercept this, though. Smoke's gonna pop. Yopaj is still gonna scout around and get the vision onto WS, but really nicely done from Mercy. He'll lose the Kyle. At least he's got his Kaya. Oh, that was way too close to almost losing the Kaya. Smoke from Boom that doesn't pay off. They're going to instantly buy another smoke from Boom.Xnova. So still looking to keep the tempo going. Wanting to try and continue to find some of the track kills. We do an item that you've been asking for, Denog. God King, he's gone for the Mage Slayer. Yeah.
Yep. I like it. I mean, I'm not sure if he's going to have insane value this game on the item, right? Like, it's not really going to stop too much coming through from... So, for example, the Bounty Hunter is still going to deal a lot of physical damage. Same sort of thing with the Shadow Fiend, but... yeah, it's going to be able to slow down someone like the Ogre and just prevent a lot of the magic damage coming back his way. His spell damage, of course, so... a lot of the stuff launching out.
A little bit of back and forth. Yopaj should be able to get the kill, though. So some extra gold. I think WS was even smoked as well. Mercy actually to the bottom side there. Onto FBZ. Should be able to secure the kill with a Pierce to the Veil. Although Boom.Xnova's in a pretty good position to protect FBZ. They might look to turn it back around now with the ultimate expiring. God King, he's in some trouble. Mercy's still making it a bit more of a nuisance, but Yopaj is going to TP into the rift. So extra gold, and they should be able to track down Mercy as well. Beautifully done from Boom, making sure they bring more than enough members to get these kills across the map.
Boom.Xnova's positioning has been real solid so far this game. He was able to get the last hit onto the Muerta, but being around just for those two track kills nets him 1,700 gold that he's holding on to at this point in time. Wonder what he's going to go for. Like, does he look to opt towards the Reign of Destiny? I wouldn't hate it. This doesn't seem like a team that wants to go Aghanim Shard, and I think you'd be very happy with giving the...
This is a big kill. Yopaj's going to get a little bit of revenge for how rough that lane went. He was able to cast his ultimate before death.
They see Ponyo as well.
And is he going to try and turn around to get the track? Not going to be the case. So it's just going to be up to FBZ to try and chase him down, but he's got the Greaves to get rid of the Frostbite. So he'll make quick work of the Crystal Maiden as well. In this game, this nighttime for Boom, the past 2 minutes, they've just completely blown open this net with lead. It's up to 5,000 now, and it was very even. For the first 15 minutes beforehand, bottom lane. Natsumi was trying to charge up the Requiem in the tree line, but...
just want the BKB to come out to himself first before he makes any sort of attempt like that. Maybe trying to force some sort of dead shot out of God King. I was thinking maybe FBZ with the Veno dead and with them being able to get that kill onto the CM might have just popped the Exo and looked to take mid tower, but I think Veno only had about 20 seconds of that death timer as well as Boom.Xnova just trying to protect Zephyr for now. Again, a lot of the damage coming through from Horizon is magical, so just that Fate's Edict is going to do so much against this. Is a really nice last big Oracle. Looks like he's gone into the Glimmer Cave. Dead for himself.
WS might be in some trouble. Radiant need to bring more members. Ooh, FBZ feels so with the Exo committed. It's a second level of the Exo as well. Cut through, but he's not going to find the angle. Beautifully done. The stun at the last second. They need to go back to protect their support. But X-Nova, he can get the abilities off to keep him alive. Cuts away the wards, and he's out of danger. When Ponyo, well, he is not Yopaj. Rough start, but it doesn't matter. Triple kill there for the bounty hunter.
They're looking to go into Roche off the back of this, still with Exo running for about quarter duration. Get a little bit of extra value from this. Just needs Natsumi to have someone else tanking up the Roshan's right clicks for him, and, well, they'll get that. Ogre's actually the one going into the pipe. Okay, so I like them spreading this damage up a little bit. Again, for them, BKBs, it's actually a really good BKB game. So FBZ going into it, being a little bit more greedy after buying the Guardian Greaves. I appreciate that. I wonder if X-Nova just wants to sit at the very top of this cliff here, just to see if there's going to be any TPs from the bottom side. Looks like him and Zephyr are really going to be that little bit of that protection, and they're going to catch Garn as well.
They will. The Requiem just to protect it from Natsumi. Won't be able to catch up the Garn, but really not the biggest issue with using Requiem for that. Still secures Roche, so you've got that first Aegis now into the hands of the Shadow Fiend.
It's only FBZ that's still lacking that BKB though. Maybe this is an Aegis that just gives them that little bit of extra time to be able to go for that sort of play. They actually see God King though underneath this Observer Ward placed down. Ryan pushes him away, but FBZ, he just locks in on top of him. No TPs as well for him to be able to make his escape.
Actually, Janata. Oops.
Oh.
It does matter. He's second in that dude is 8-1 and 5. 53 last hits. Who needs the last hit though, right? When you got track.
Exactly.
And this is scary because you've got the 15 talent with the presence, and you also have this extra buff to the presence of the Dark Lord, where if you get kills, it further reduces the armor reduction by 2 for 20 seconds. So they could get a lot of objectives off the back of this Aegis.
Did he need that? Did he just need an additional buff to his passive? I don't think he I guess they nerfed his laning a little bit with the turn rate, but
don't look now, but
still feels plenty strong. But you see that they are still going to respect the wherever the Venomancer is set up, cannot go there. We just need to look to separate, and I mean, they will hopefully be able to take this. Who ended up getting it?
CM, lovely, one of the better ones.
I mean, yeah, sure. But really would have loved to give that over to Veno, I guess, would be the #1, just for that latent toxicity. Again, you know you're going up against these BKBs, so that's going to give a lot of value, but he needs to get into that Aghanim center ASAP.
If you're in the vicinity of Dire's top tower, I put on a hard count. That baby is coming.
Quite well, they're just going where, see you later, God King, potentially. Be first pop.
Yeah, see you later. Gon might be in some trouble as well. Yopaj,
He can't afford to die.
a lot of his, and what, he's gonna die just like that. And a Mercy as well, it would try and get the return kill to the Ogre, but that means Natsumi can just stand strong. BKB, Requiem made it straight on top of WS. He'll try and get some distance away with the chain, but it is not enough. Boom are able to continue to hunt them down one by one. And it's more track kills as well for Mr. Yopaj, so this is Desolator now completed.
I don't know if you can go that far forward without a blink, my guy. There are a lot of heroes running at you. They're looking pretty healthy right now on Boom. Fortunately for X-Nova, wasn't able to save the Ogre Magi, but I mean, he was standing underneath the entirety of a freezing field duration, so kind of understandable as to why. A luck out with a regen rune in the top lane. And Yopaj, just more things that are going to be able to get dispels off, right? You've already got an Oracle to do it. You've got the Greaves, and he's going into a Satanic after this. Gon is going to have his Aghanims now after this.
Dire is kicking sweet hell out of
So, you know, little bonuses coming through. They end up smoking, but man's tracked. So, we don't know about this.
Has bit the big biscuit.
So let's see. I want to see how this Poison Nova works.
If you're a fan of Radiant's top tower, I'd shut my eyes right now.
See if we're going to really get a fair 5-on-5 where we can get the potential full look at it.
Figuring out where he is. Again, he's tracked, so they know where the Venomancer is set up. very careful with his positioning as well as when he actually uses that Venomous Gale. He used it just to try and push out that mid lane, but you need that ability. You kind of want them to use the BKB in response to it because that's going to launch out the Poison Nova. There it is, that gets dispelled. Poison Nova launches out onto all 5.
Alright, might lose the first life. Team fall pretty low here, of course, so as he ages for 40 seconds, so wouldn't hate getting the refresh. Can they get him out though off the back of the respawn there? Because he's able to charge up the action. They want to fight. Whoa! Mercy just got 2 hit guns going as well. Oh, they were just waiting for them to step a bit too far forward. WS.
Poison Nova's doing a lot though.
He's in a bit of trouble. Got to be cautious, Natsumi. Maybe a Requiem to cover the retreat. He's either he doesn't want to leave. Well, it's going to get dropped down from Mercy. Do they have a way to cancel the shackles? They do instantly. And now Natsumi's going to be able to clean up the Serpent Wards as well.
I appreciate the attempt that they're going for. Like they landed some pretty good Poison Novas off the back of that. It's just they've got an overwhelming amount of healing. They've got an overwhelming amount of auras, and they're going to catch this Timbersaw out as well. Still not into the Shiva's Guard. Maybe the Lotus Orb would have been a little bit more effective for him, but at this point, you can't blame him for feeling a little overwhelmed with everything that Boom's throwing at him. Poison Nova goes out. Next Nova bought back, so we're not going to be able to see any Aghanim Shard, any Aghanim Scepter, unfortunately. Real value coming out of that Soul Crest as well. Walks back into his team as that Poison Nova launches out. You're down 2 lanes now. Did we expect anything less from Boom, though?
No. It was definitely a slower start to the second game, though. But still, the result is the same nonetheless. You've got Yopaj second in net worth. The net worth lead is almost higher than the minute mark. So they're going to look to try and...
Yeah, and they did everything that needed to for the lane, right?
He's trolling. Unless I...
Echo Saber or something?
Yeah, and then he disassembled from Mage Slayer, so... I don't know. I saw Epizy buy an Echo and I'm like, alright, this is
Hold up.
a bit too far. Alright.
Makes a lot of sense though, right?
Yeah, but that
gives you a pretty Ogrex.
Oriole?
Right in though, onto Gun.
Jesus Christ, Gun's gone and now God King.
Get off Noxious Plague, that's the big issue.
They have got a little bit of control, but Xnova's positioning once again. They just have never been able to get on top of the Oracle. He's freely spellcasting inside the fights, which means his cores are well protected.
They've still got BKBs as well.
And they've still got plenty of health and more abilities as well to work with the jump in. Secures the triple, a couple more heroes left standing in between them and closing out this game, but there's really not much they're going to be able to do. They could just farm them as well if they want to. Instead, they'll just secure the makers. To go for the last one. Yopaj, just jump in. Extra little bit of damage. Xnova, has he got it by himself? He does indeed.
I think they're kind of making a bit of game out of this now with just dispelling the Venomous Gale, seeing how many Poison Novas they can look to launch out. Can't even put outside of your base. Land the Noxious Plague that time around, but it's not going to be enough.
I have no idea what's going on with the Veno. They all look the same right now, these abilities, and I just...
Lots of green.
Yeah, lots of green, lots of toxic stuff. Alright. Ancient. We're going to very shortly. They want some more celebration kills. And with that, Boom, congratulations. They will be the first promoted out of Division 2. And they're going to go back straight away in Division 1.